This is your WGBW Daily News Roundup for the Talk of Green Bay, 97.9 FM and 1590 AM.
Civic Media News. I'm Terry Bell. Here's what Wisconsin needs to know. Now that Super Tuesday is over, the presidential candidates are shifting focus to Wisconsin in the general election. Vice President Kamala Harris is in Wisconsin today. Harris and Labor Secretary Julie Su are in Madison talking about workers' rights, union jobs, and the economy. A new report finds people are almost as likely to find a good-paying job in rural areas as urban ones. Georgetown University's Martin Vanderwerf says it's a matter of training people for the right jobs.
There ought to be just closer ties between the labor force and educators so that we are actually educating people for the jobs that actually exist rather than jobs we wish would exist.
Vanderwerf says some industries are better suited for growth in the country.
If you're going to build a solar array or a wind farm, you got to do it in a rural area. And when that happens, what kinds of jobs are needed to support it? And all that sort of thing could really help rural areas.
A Georgetown study finds rural Americans had a 50% chance at a good-paying job compared to 54% in urban areas. Nursing instructors are pushing back against efforts to set up a for-profit nursing school in Wisconsin. The Arizona College of Nursing is being sued in other states for alleged predatory practices. Barbara Nichols is with the Wisconsin Center for Nursing. She says students should seek out established, accredited schools.
Those schools that provide theory in terms of online and then make sure they have good clinical placements.
Wisconsin is dealing with a shortage of registered nurses. More veterans might someday qualify for free tuition at Wisconsin state universities. Vets have to live in Wisconsin for 5 years to qualify for tuition reimbursement. A bill getting a hearing today would cut that time to 3 years. Veterans and their families can qualify for up to 8 free semesters at state universities or technical colleges. The combined reward in the case of Elijah Vu is now up to $25,000. Manitowoc County Crime Stoppers is offering as much as $10,000, while the FBI is offering $15,000. The 3-year-old from Two Rivers has been missing for 2 weeks. His mother and her boyfriend are charged with child neglect. I'm Terry Bell, Civic Media News. Now here's what you need to know closer to home.
For WGBW News, I'm Lisa Hale. The search for Elijah Vu in Two Rivers enters its 3rd week, and the combined reward in the case is increased to $25,000. In a statement Tuesday, Two Rivers Police Chief Ben Meinert said that the Manitowoc County Crime Stoppers has increased its reward from $1,000 to $10,000. The FBI is offering a $15,000 reward as well. Anyone providing information that leads to finding Vu or the arrest and charging of the persons responsible for his disappearance is eligible for the reward. Meanwhile, authorities are clarifying that they are not looking for information on the owner of a vehicle of interest in the case, but only for camera footage that may show it on February 19th between 2 and 9 p.m. Law enforcement is currently in possession of the vehicle, described as a beige 1997 Nissan Altima with a Wisconsin registration that starts with A and ends in 0. Vu was reported missing on February 20th. Green Bay School District has canceled all strategic planning meetings for the foreseeable future. In an email sent Tuesday, the district thanks everyone who agreed to serve on the strategic planning team, which was to work on issues such as declining enrollment and budget deficits. The district says it plans to re-engage the community members at a future date. After a year in dispute, a federal judge dismisses a lawsuit that challenged the constitutionality of a NENA sign ordinance. U.S. District Judge William Griesbach says that now the city has made changes to the signage laws, the case is moot. He also denied a damage claim sought by plaintiffs, saying they suffered no violation of their First Amendment rights. Another inmate has died at a Waupun Correctional Institution. The Associated Press reports 62-year-old Donald Meyer died on February 22nd. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office and medical examiner are investigating. Meyer is the 4th Waupun inmate to die at the facility since June of 2023. Motorists in Menasha will have to find another way when the Racine Street Bridge is closed this week. Wisconsin Department of Transportation says the bridge will be closed Thursday and Friday to make some structural repairs and minimize noise levels. The closure will start at 6 a.m. Thursday. The bridge will remain closed until repairs are completed. It's expected to reopen on Friday afternoon. And that's what you need to know. I'm Lisa Hale, WGBW News.
It is going to be mostly sunny today. Our high right around 47 this afternoon, with wind out of the northeast at only about 5 to 10 here through the day. Tonight, partly cloudy, 29. Tomorrow, a few more clouds with a high of 48 with some scattered rain possible Thursday night into Friday. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable. Outside now, it's 35.
Bucks headed to the West Coast. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens with sports. The Bucks packing their bags for a long 4-game road trip. Milwaukee now doing a better job of passing the ball around to find the open shot. Bobby Portis.
Doc's been emphasizing that all since he's been here since January. Is you might have a good shot here, but that extra pass could just lead to a better open shot for the team. We've been making a lot of those reads actually. Like, you might not get an assist, but you might get a hockey assist out of it.
College basketball, a big night for Marquette as they host number 2 ranked UConn in Milwaukee on senior night. The Badgers play Rutgers Thursday. Iowa's Caitlin Clark named the best player in the Big Ten. Baseball, the Brewers and the Giants had 29 combined hits, but the Giants won 13-8 over Milwaukee. Reese Hoskins got his first home run as a Brewer.
You're just hoping for the right match with the team that will show up eventually, and in my eyes it did with the Brewers.
NBA, the Bucks have won 6 in a row now since the All-Star break.
Guys just talking, communicating, doing what the coach asked of us. We drill things and drill them, and it's been like muscle memory for us now to go out there and you can plug and play guys, and our system still looks the same no matter who's out there.
That's the Bucks' Bobby Portis. With sports, I'm Mike Clemens.
I'm Pete with the 60-second Showbiz Beat. If you can't get enough of the NCIS conglomerate, this will make you happy. Deadline.com reports that NCIS Origins, yes, it's a prequel, was given the straight-to-series greenlight. Austin Stowell will play a young Gibbs on the new CBS show. The more familiar Gibbs, Mark Harmon, will provide narration to the series, which will be set in 1991. Origins is one of the 2 new shows rolling out from the NCIS ever-growing franchise. Just guessing that this might have to be the last NCIS because thanks to the military court franchise, we are running out of actors. Up for some more real TV housewives? Me neither. That's not going to stop Bravo from rolling out season 2 of the Real TV Housewives Dubai. For those of you who had no idea there was even a season 1, Bravo has announced season 2 will air in June of this year. The Real Housewives have had dozens of spin-offs locally and internationally. Personally, I refuse to watch until Wisconsin is represented. Who wouldn't want to watch the Real Housewives of Oconomowoc? So, you want to be famous? Talk to Kate Winslet first. The actress says she disliked being famous so much after Titanic in 1997 that she opted for smaller projects. The 48-year-old Oscar winner told People magazine the press was everywhere to the point where she wasn't enjoying life. On the bright side, we got to watch Winslet in Mayor of Easttown. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Gwyneth Paltrow wants you to know that she has black women friends. People magazine reports Paltrow was recently interviewed by Dr. Ella Bell and said that white women, who she apparently represents universally, have a lot to learn from black women. Using the phrase "my black women friends" a suspicious amount of times, the Shakespeare in Love actress says her black women friends are better at lifting each other up than her white women friends, adding that they would be more likely to cheer her up. Gwyneth Paltrow needs cheering up? I'm sure black women everywhere are lining up to cheer up old Gwynnie. Ready for more award show news? I thought so. The NAACP has announced Queen Latifah will take the mic again this year and host the 55th Annual Image Awards. The star of The Equalizer hosted last year's event as well. Latifah is no stranger to awards, having taken home a Grammy and an Emmy in her career. She was also Oscar nominated for her supporting role in the movie Chicago. The Image Awards will be held March 16th and will air on both BET and CBS. If you haven't been called about being a presenter at this year's Oscars, you might be the only one. The Hollywood Reporter says Ryan Gosling and Ariana Grande have been chosen as the final presenters for this year's Academy Awards, rounding out a very long list. Steven Spielberg, Emily Blunt, and Forrest Whitaker were also announced recently to hand out awards at this year's event. I've heard of that Spielberg guy. He's really starting to hit his stride as a director. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, every night between 7 and 9 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
That's your WGBW Daily News Roundup from Civic Media. Subscribe to this podcast on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you find your podcasts. Find more news at WGBW.FM.